Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Nation Wants to Know and I'm Swati Joshi. Well, at a time when India is making unprecedented strides towards eradicating the menace of Maoist terrorism, a prominent Congress leader's call for a ceasefire with Maoist terrorists has sparked shock, outrage and serious questions on national security compromise. Telangana Pradesh Congress Chief B. Mahesh Kumar Goud, who's believed to be a close confidant of Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, spoke at a left-back roundtable in Hyderabad and demanded a formal ceasefire and dialogue with Maoists. The Congress leader claimed that under Trump's pressure, government agreed for a ceasefire with Pakistan, but does not want to talk to Maoists, who he claims are own citizens. When Times Now questioned Mahesh Goud on his statements, he attempted a flip-flop. Listen in.
నగర్ కరగుట్ట ప్రాంతంలో దాదాపు 10,000 మంది పోలీస్ ఫోర్సెస్ ఆ ప్రాంతాన్ని చుట్టుముట్టినప్పుడు మీ ఆయుధాలను వదులుతాం చర్చలకు ఆహ్వానించని అడిగినప్పుడు ఏ కనికరమున్న ప్రధానమంత్రి అయినా చర్చలకు ఆహ్వానించి ఉండాల్సింది కానీ అది చేయలేదు మన పౌరుల్ని చర్చలకు ఆహ్వానించలేదు కానీ ట్రంప్ మొట్టికాయ వేస్తే తీవ్రవాదులతో ఉగ్రవాదులతో చర్చలకు సిద్ధమైనటువంటి ప్రభుత్వం మనది.
How many Rafales were shot down? There's no clarity from the government.
Okay.
Our former army man Uttam Kumar Reddy, the current minister, have explained in detail about Rafale's loss.
Yes.
So Modi doesn't have the answer for the question put by the Congress.
Well, the Congress leader was making reference to Operation Kagar or Operation Black Forest, which has been touted as one of the biggest and most successful anti-Maoist operation in the history of independent India. This operation was launched on the 21st of April 2025. More than 10,000 security personnel were part of the operation. The area covered was close to 290 square kilometers across Karegatalu Hills on the Chhattisgarh-Telangana border. Let's now take you through some data in terms of how was the situation handled when the UPA was in power versus the Modi government. So under UPA from 2004 to 2014, 16,463 incidents related to the Maoist terrorists took place. There was then, as far as the NDA government is concerned, a decline of 53%. Why is that being said? Because between 2014 to 2024, 7,744 incidents have been reported. Let's take a look at other data in terms of the security personnel who were targeted by Maoists. Between 2004 to 2014, 1,851 security personnel were killed by Maoists, whereas under the NDA, between 2014 to 2024, 509 security personnel lost their life or were killed by Maoists. There was a decline of 73%. Let's move on now. Let's take a look at more data coming to fore. Now, this is what the BJP cites and alleges that the Congress party has always gone soft on terror. In 2006, and the BJP highlights this image to substantiate their claims, Manmohan Singh, the then Prime Minister, and Yasin Malik in one frame. In 2009, Sharmal Sheikh happened months after 26/11. In 2011, Congress backs urban Naxal Binayak Sen. These incidents being cited by the BJP to hit out at the Congress party, alleging Congress has always gone soft on terror. And now one of their netas is saying, why don't you talk to Maoists? 2014 Jharkhand Congress dialogue with Maoists. That's what they said. Then in 2025, cut to what is happening today. Congress neta Mr. Goud talks about ceasefire with Maoists. Now, this is what has transpired in terms of the multiple incidents that have taken place in the recent past and the BJP training guns at the Congress party. The Telangana Congress chief's ceasefire with Maoist terrorist proposal has armed the BJP and the BRS both. They are accusing the Congress of pushing an agenda that jeopardizes national security and internal security as well. But the Congress seems to be in the Neta's favor. Listen into the multiple reactions coming in.
कांग्रेस पार्टी हमेशा वोट बैंक नीति को राष्ट्र सुरक्षा नीति के ऊपर रखती है, परिवार और दल हित को देश हित के ऊपर रखती है। 125 डिस्ट्रिक्ट से गिरकर 85% नक्सलिज्म भारत में कम हुआ है, मात्र कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में बाकी है और वो भी 2026 आते आते समाप्त हो जाएगा।
It is not correct on the part of Congress leaders, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Goud, the PCC President of Telangana, to compare Operation Kagar with Sindoor. Both are different in nature, And especially when we speak and make statements on such sensitive issues which are linked to the national security, we have to maintain restraint and we have to be very cautious.
You know, if these Naxalwadi, they have realized and have agreed to surrender, then it is the responsibility of government of India to invite all of them, summon all of them, have a conversation with them.
Well, now this is the question that we are asking. You can tell us what you feel about the issue by registering your vote at Times Now on social media platform X. The question is this proof Congress goes soft on terror? We're talking about the latest statement that has come in from the Congress leader, Mr. Goud, who talks about ceasefire with the Maoists, who's talking about having a dialogue, having a conversation with the Maoists. You let us know what do you think about the issue, and we will reveal the results right after the debate. Let me in fact go across to our guests. We have author Ratan Sharda joining us on the broadcast. Along with Ratan Sharda, we also have Dr. K. Narayana, CPI National Secretary. We are also joined by Ravi Srivastav, political analyst. Good evening to all of you. Let me first begin with you, Mr. Ravi Srivastav. So another statement coming in from Congress Neta, this time around batting for ceasefire with Maoists, saying that, you know, we are not talking to our own people. On one hand, we are doing ceasefire with Pakistan, and here we are not talking to our own people, as if innocent individuals are being targeted. Ravi Srivastav.
Good evening, Swati. I think Goud is right in saying so, because there is no Donald Trump in India, and nobody can in fact call for a ceasefire, which he called from US. So there is a need. Your statistics itself shows that there is a sharp decline in the Maoist activities, in the casualties, in the killing of the people. All such things are there. It means that those groups are willing to talk to the government. Now I am asking a question. Just now you have shown that Basav Raju, their big commander who was killed in an encounter. Along with him, 28 more tribal people were killed. So what was their fault? They were the innocent tribal people.
Ravi Srivastav, you spoke about the decline, the data that I cited. Are you saying that has happened on its own, or on the basis of the multiple operations that were carried out and stringent action that has been taken?
As far as Congress is concerned, has lost the most.
Yes.
I hope you recall that 12 years before, entire Congress top leadership was killed in the Maoist attack only. I think those are the people who are the worst sufferers.
Yes.
But this has happened, the decline has happened by virtue of talking to those people. This is not because of killing in them in the encounter. Those people are getting enlightened. They are understanding that
and the ones who are surrendering are allowed to surrender and come back to the mainstream. Nobody is stopping that from happening, Ravi Srivastav.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this kind of encounters are doing a lot of collateral damage as well. And the second thing is, there is a motive behind it. The government wants to do away with the tribals from there and take over their land.
So you're saying the government is
and
killing, are you saying the government is killing the tribals and the innocent people in the guise of carrying out these operations against the Naxals, against the Maoist terrorists? Is that your allegation, Ravi Srivastav?
Yes, this is what has been said, because they said that they want to do away, they want to recover the tribal land, which has got a lot of, mines and the mining resources, which the government wants to give it to its corporate cronies.
Let me bring this down once again. So when such operations were being carried out under the UPA regime, was that also to grab land of tribals, or it is only under the NDA government that they are going after land and killing the Maoists?
This government has got, their motives are always, like this. They have been doing it in several places.
Right. So when the UPA carries out such operation, they are killing Maoists. But when the NDA government comes to power, that time it becomes targeting of tribals, because the NDA, the BJP wants their land. We also have Radhika Keda and Mr. Matthews joining us on the broadcast. Radhika Keda, please respond to the allegation. There's a lot of collateral damage that happens, says Ravi Srivastav, and this government wants the land of the tribals. That's why not just the Maoist leaders, they're killing the tribals along with them. Respond, please.
Unfortunately, some people do not want India to progress. They want certain parts of certain states to be backward. I'll give you the example of Chhattisgarh. The Congress government, when it came into power, they claimed, oh, the BJP government is not letting schools run here. We've done this, we've done that. But the fact was, again and again, they blamed the center. But they were doing nothing when Sonia Gandhi's government, the UPA government was in power. They did nothing to finish the Naxals. And Naxalism is destroying the progress of that particular area. There is so much of tourism that can be brought into that area. There is so much for those children and those families who live there. They live under this dar mein rehte hai. They can't choose who to vote for. The Naxals don't let them go out and vote because they don't want them to progress. They want ki wo dar ke rahe taki unko they stay at home and they cannot think for their own, and they scare them with all sorts of things. They are taking away young children and spoiling their lives. Why do these people have a problem if the country is going to become Naxal free? These are the kind of people who have a problem with Naxalism being finished. They have a problem when Pakistan gets attacked. Anytime, anything that benefits the country, the people from whether it's a CPI or it is the opposition, they have a problem. But anytime if something good happens, in the sense if something good happens for Pakistan or if Naxalism increases, then they will be very happy because that is their vote bank. वो चाहते ही नहीं कि लोग progress करें. They know that if today Naxalism finishes, those people from those areas will come out in large numbers and vote for the government. Vote for, and Amit Shah ji has made it absolutely clear. However much these people may want, we are not going to stop and we are going to make India Naxal free by 2026.
And you're saying that people have a problem. People have a problem with the government fulfilling its promise of Naxal-free India. I want to bring in Dr. Narayana. Dr. Narayana, the allegation is there's blatant politicization happening openly, whether it's Operation Sindoor or Operation Kagar. Do respond to that allegation.
Say one thing, the Naxals is ideological differences, but terrorists is different. Don't equate the terrorists and the Naxals. Naxals are their political economic situation. We may differ their activities. But now Home Minister openly said that the elected government, Naxal free, that means we are going to kill all Naxalites before 26. That means do you want to kill the persons? If you kill the persons, Naxals will not go. Naxals not the theoretical basis. You should fight against theoretical basis. Not the Naxalite free India, poverty free India, unemployed free India, you can call and you can reach. Then Naxalite will go. But you don't want to do it. You want to do it
what to your internal security.
You are open. You wanted to.
That's all right. The other problems that you cited, sir, whether it's unemployment, the other problems that you cited, yes, we need to get rid of those problems as well. But do you think the government should take no action against individuals that pose a serious threat to internal security? That pose a one second, Dr. Narayana, one second, answer this question. One second, Dr. Narayana, please listen to the question. Listen to the question. Are you saying the government should do nothing about individuals who pose a serious threat to internal security?
Do it. You are not doing that. You wanted to Naxal free means you want to kill it. This is a democratic country. You want to kill the Naxal physical personalities. If physical personality, if you kill also,
you are on a killing spree. Radhika Kheda, very quick rebuttal.
Political dialogue.
Dr. Narayana, okay, now allow your co-panelists to come in.
I want to make a very important point here. The Telangana Congress Committee President B. Mahesh Kumar Goud, who wants talks and who wants this entire operation to stop, it's very shocking for me because the Congress lost its entire political party in Chhattisgarh to the Jhiram Ghati attack. No one was left. They lost young people, senior leaders. Chhattisgarh Congress was finished. And they have been begging for votes on that name ki Jhiram Ghati mein hamare saath ye hua. But their government did nothing to take revenge of that. And today, when Amit Shah ji is even taking revenge for that and ensuring that those Naxals have to pay the price of killing so many innocent people, all innocent people. You know, there was a young man of a very senior leader. He was just married 2 days before that Jhiram Ghati attack and he lost his life because he was traveling with his father. There were so many other people who lost their life in that attack. And yet another Congress leader does not want those to be brought to justice who killed his entire political party is like a family, whether it's a Chhattisgarh Congress or a Telangana Congress or even. And if the Telangana Congress state president has said something like this, then he is only reciprocating the thoughts of Rahul Gandhi.
Okay.
It is shameful that Rahul Gandhi and Kharge have not removed him from power when he is supporting those who have taken away the lives of so many Congresses in Chhattisgarh. I'm in shock right now.
Let me bring in Mr. Matthews. Mr. Matthews, on one hand, and I know you'll say that you do not belong to any political party, but on one hand you see that the opposition is saying, why did you go for a ceasefire understanding with the terrorists? On the other hand, it questions the government saying, why don't you go for a ceasefire and talks with Maoists?
Peaceful discussions are always welcome because we don't know the gravity of the matter, what is happening there. That is very much there, no doubt about that. So I don't believe that the name or flag matters. What matters is the actions. If it is detrimental to the best interest of India, that matters a lot actually. And when we speak about terrorism, it is more global than local because the impact of influence of other countries or their intelligence agencies, everything is there. We cannot say today it is a global village after all. Anything can happen. We don't know, even though we are talking about a particular region of India, whether the starting point of all these activities that we call anti-national are having its source from India or not, that also we are not sure about that.
But Mr. Matthews, there may be a difference in the terminologies. One poses a threat to national security, the other poses a threat to internal security. Are you saying that Maoists have not killed innocent people or don't target innocent people, and you can only talk to those who are willing to talk? Have surrenders not happened in the past?
Because, for example, we are not aware of the how rooted these anti-social or whatever we call isms are there. Because, for example, there are say 10,000 members of the so-called isms, out of which the total number of people who are coming for a compromise, we are not sure about that. But our intelligence agencies, there is always the presumption that our intelligence agencies know about that.
Yes.
How strong they are, how strong rooted they are, what is the appropriate remedy available for consolidating the peace and harmony for the purpose of the nation. That is very important. So what I want to say is this. There is always the presumption what the government is doing in the best interest. At the same time, any kind of suggestions from the part of the opposition should be also duly considered by the government. A balanced approach.
Okay, there should be I understand a balanced approach and everything. But isn't the opposition jumping to conclusions, Ratan Sharda? Are they offering a suggestion or jumping to conclusion already?
See, the issue is that these people have a reflex action. If anything is said by BJP, we must oppose it. It is not happening now. This confused approach to Naxal violence has been the bane of India because sometimes the Congress party used to crush, then they would just come up again with some talk of ceasefire, etc. I will give you some examples. 1948 to 51, there was a communist rebellion in Andhra Pradesh. And there are a lot of areas in Andhra Pradesh, and at that time there was no Telangana, where you could not enter in the night. I went during those days. People said don't travel at night. Then comes Chandrababu Naidu. In October, in 2002-03, he creates a force called Greyhounds and attacks Naxals left and right. Then he is attacked and he nearly loses his life with 17 mines of which 9 exploded. He miraculously survived. But now today there is a frontline article in April which says the Naxals who were a revolution at one time, now they are pale shadows. That same people of Telangana today are supporting them. Further, if you go July 2013, we talked about when the entire Congress leadership was wiped out because they were not clear whether they want to talk or whether they want to kill. And those people who claim to talk about democracy forget that democracy works not with guns, it works with votes, it works with talks. So are Naxals ready to drop the guns?
Okay.
Are they ready to eschew violence? Because when 1951 they were crushed by the military, the communists said, we now believe in parliament democracy and we will not pick up arms. That is how communists came to power in Kerala. Now if you don't go to this history, you'll all these problems. These people are those who called Naxals as Gandhis with guns. Remember this. So this paradox of urban Naxals supporting them when they are down, see, they are seeking ceasefire to collect together, recollect their power. They don't want real peace. If they want real peace, let them declare we believe in constitution like earlier communists and we will not pick up guns and then we can talk. They can talk by surrendering. They can talk. What rights have they done? They stop development. They stop people from going to school. They kill students. They rape women. They destroy the development area.
But still, according to Mr. Goud, they are fighting against injustice, Ravi Srivastava. They are fighting against injustice and they are being suppressed.
Swati, first of all, in democracy, the state cannot go for killing. That's the basic thing. And with this analogy, tomorrow the entire Manipur will be called Naxal infested.
1 second, are you drawing parallels between people of Manipur and the Maoists?
Then tomorrow,
Ravi Srivastava, are you saying that people in Manipur is equal to Maoists? Is that what you're saying?
And I'm not comparing. I am saying that the trigger-happy police or trigger-happy forces can go to that extent. This is what I mean to say.
Ravi Srivastava, are you even realizing what you're saying? Are you even realizing what you're saying? Are you saying that deliberately the forces are going after people, innocent people, and killing them? What about the security personnel who have lost their lives, sir?
Once it goes out of hand, then nobody knows that to what extent people can go. You have got encounter cases.
What is this logic?
Dozens of
No, what is this logic? What is this logic? I don't understand. So Maoists can go ahead, Maoist terrorists can go ahead killing people, killing innocent individuals, killing security personnel. But your logic is that you should go ahead and talk with them because they are fighting against injustice and you're calling your own forces. You're calling your own forces and the police trigger happy.
I'm not giving any certificate. I am saying any
you already given certificate when you're calling them trigger happy.
But then it should not be open-ended.
Will you
like
take responsibility tomorrow? No, will you take tomorrow responsibility if a dastardly attack were to take place in the guise of just talks? Will you take responsibility and say that yes, we back for this and we are responsible for this?
Will the Prime Minister Modi will take responsibility? Tomorrow there will be no Pahalgam. Will the Prime Minister take the responsibility?
And that's the reason why, sir.
That tomorrow
and that's
no
the reason why it was important to launch Operation Sindoor. That's the reason why it was important to hit at terror bases. That's the reason why we went after the terrorists and we also responded to Pakistan that tried to give it cover by trying to target our military installations. We never wanted a war against Pakistan but a war against terrorism. And this is how hypocrisy is exposed. I want to bring in Ratan Sharda. Because on one hand you say why this ceasefire understanding with Pakistan, and on the other hand you're saying giving clean chits, saying these are people who want to talk to you. Why don't you go ahead and talk and hit the pause button?
Ravi Srivastava may be as old as I may. He should remember that in West Bengal how Naxals are crushed by Congress party, Siddharth Shankar Ray. Thousands of people were pulled out of hostels, pulled out of homes, killed point blank. And they were not even accused. They were not even violent people. And that is how Naxals were got rid of by Siddharth Shankar Ray. That he lost the election after, that's a different issue. But that what anybody here will be able to defend West Bengal, what Congress did at that time. Here you are in the jungles where thousands of security forces have lost their lives. People have lost their lives. They've been burnt alive. They've been blasted alive. And today these people are talking of a non-violent approach to them. That's why I said, let them first agree to condition. We will drop guns. We will not go for violence. And we will talk on the table. Then it will happen. It happened in Andhra, isn't it?
Only for votes. All of this is happening only for votes, Dr. Narayana.
No, see, is it justified by elected government, the Home Minister, we are going to kill all Naxalites before 1926? Is it the democracy when Home Minister is telling that we are going to kill them? That means what is this government? You are finding fault with the Naxalite. At the same time, what is the meaning of Home Minister elected people that we are going to kill?
No, 1 second. Those who want to surrender have been allowed to surrender and join the mainstream in the past as well. You know of that. Despite that, Mr. Narayana, you're saying that the government, and Mr. Ravi Srivastava says the forces and police are trigger happy. Radhika Kheda, please respond to Dr. Narayana. He says that you are going on killing people. That's what the Home Minister is saying.
the problem with the CPI today is they don't even read the newspapers. Just yesterday, more than 12 Naxals surrendered in Sukma. I think it was Sukma only in Chhattisgarh. Every day we are seeing surrenders. So if we wanted to kill them, we would have killed them, sir. The AAP forces are capable of ensuring that no Naxalites survive. But we are giving them the chance to come out and अपने आप को सुधारने के लिए progress. We've seen what the left did to West Bengal. They don't want any state, anywhere where they are in power, they do not want any progress. And where as far as Mr. Ravi is concerned, he was asking, will the Prime Minister ensure that another Pahalgam doesn't happen? Well, sir, it is what the Congress sword that we are cutting today. Had the Congress government, had Dr. Manmohan Singh taken after 26/11,
and this kind of politics is dangerous. When you play with fire, you are bound to burn your hands. That's happened to the Congress party. Despite that, today a Congress party leader says that Maoists are fighting against injustice and that the government should hit the pause button, that there should be ceasefire. Radhika Kheda and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast. Let me quickly reveal the results of the survey. The poll question, this is the question we asked, is this proof Congress goes soft on terror? And this is based on the statement that has come in from Mr. Goud of the Congress party. 73% people have voted yes as per the poll on social media platform X, whereas 27% people have voted no. With that, I'm wrapping up this edition of Nation Wants to Know. There's a lot more lined up on the other side. Stay on with us here on Max Now.